Natalie's mother to tears. And
we're going to turn the pressure up.
Will one witness pass Dr. Phil's polygraph test?
I just have to know where she is.
We need to deal with the fact that she may not come home. Coming up. Let's do it.
I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by, camera 6.
If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be honest.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Showtime. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Stand by, A, and roll A, check in. Go, Dr. Phil.
I am very, very proud to have the opportunity to do this show today because it involves a very important issue that any parent in America will appreciate. It's a story that has captured national attention for an entire summer, a story that sparked fear in the hearts of all of us parents everywhere. What started as a senior class trip celebration to the island of Aruba has turned into a desperate search for a precious missing teen, Natalee Holloway. Take a look.
Natalee Holloway.
Holloway appeared on the class trip video.
Missing in Aruba after flight.
Natalee Holloway.
Holloway won't give up the search.
My daughter disappeared on May 30th.
Natalee Holloway disappeared Monday and missed her flight out of Aruba.
My first reaction was sheer panic. And within 6 hours after hearing that Natalee was missing, I was headed for Aruba.
Started out as a tourist, and she's going to leave as a tourist.
At least 10 of them saw her leave in a small 4-door car, and there were 3 locals in the car with her.
Holloway was last seen around 1:30 in the morning on May 30th, getting into a car with 3 young men.
Witnesses say these 2 brothers and 18-year-old Joran Vandersloot were seen leaving a bar with Natalee Holloway.
The boys say they left Carlos and Charlie's, drove around to the lighthouse, then they dropped her off at the Holiday Inn at 2 a.m. You can't be the last 3 men to be seen with a young girl alive and not have any information where you left her. And I knew that my daughter had never been brought back to the Holiday Inn lobby. I knew that was a lie.
We are a safe island and a happy island. For us, this is the first time that something like this is happening.
You know, it's one happy island is their logo. Well, it's not happy for me right now.
Finally, after 10 days, the police arrested Deepak and Satish Kalpo and Joran Vandersloot.
Searchers in Aruba were in the ocean today looking for that young lady from Alabama.
The 17-year-old suspect who said he was never alone with Natalee Holloway now says he did spend time with her on the beach, just the 2 of them, the night she vanished.
Tomorrow will be 3 weeks since an Alabama teenager disappeared on the island of Aruba.
Paul Vandersloot is a judge in Aruba and now the 5th person being held in the disappearance.
48 hours later, the judge was released.
He's the most honest, beautiful man that you can think of. And I love both of them dearly.
On July the 4th, the Kalpo brothers were released, and I was in complete shock. It was not expected at all.
It's tough when you walk in there at night and you see her clothes and her mother grabs her clothes and starts hugging them and crying.
Acting on a tip, investigators on the island scoured a landfill earlier this week.
A witness told police that he'd seen these 3 young men placing Natalee's body in the landfill.
But there was no trace of the teenager.
The main thing we want to do is find her. Find her alive is the ultimate objective.
We have new developments in the search for Natalee Holloway. Crews in Aruba are now draining a pond near where she was last seen.
Well, it's been over 2 months since American teenager Natalee Holloway vanished in Aruba.
We are doing everything we possibly can, and we are determined to stay with this and to keep the pressure on.
2 brothers from Suriname are back in jail
on suspicion of rape and murder.
The bottom line is there are only 3 people who know what happened at best, and that's the Kalpo brothers and Joran. They've done an awful good job covering for themselves.
Just getting word from Aruba that all 3 suspects in the disappearance of Natalee Holloway may be released tomorrow.
So the suspects who took my daughter from Carlos and Charlie's, who are the last to be seen with her alive, and who admitted to committing or witnessing sexual assaults against her while she was unable to defend herself, are now free.
3 weeks ago, we teamed up with retired Chief of Police and former Commander Jamie Skeeters, President of the California Association of Polygraph Examiners, who's worked with members of the Department of Defense to help Beth, Natalee's mom, get some very, very much needed answers. Now, in today's show, you will hear information that has never been revealed before. We have exclusive interviews with witnesses, suspects, their families and friends. Some are potentially incriminating. At the end of this hour, we intend to give the Aruban police all of the evidence we have found. In addition to giving them the evidence, we are going to stay on this. We are going to watch this. Her mother, Beth, said she's going to keep the pressure on. We're going to turn the pressure up. We're going to find what's happened to this precious young woman. Let's just get started. Joining us is Beth, Natalee's mom, and polygraph expert Jamie Skeeters. Now, one of the first people Jamie was able to interview was suspect Deepak Kalpo's boss and good friend, Angelina. Now, she has never spoken to anyone about the case until now. For the first time, Angelina tells what Deepak revealed to her happened the night Natalee was last seen.
He was working that night, Sunday night, and he never goes out on a Sunday night. Deepak was supposed to go home. His brother has to pick him up at 11 o'clock, but I think Joran called him, like, hey, you know, I'm here with the girls from the States, and cars and Charlie, you want to come too? I need a ride, and that's how he went there. Deepak wanted to leave with Satish, and then Joran asked if Natalee was going to come, and then they both got into the car, and she wanted to drive. She just wanted to drive on the beach, and she was drunk. And there were girls like screaming, like, get out of the car, because friends from her, they were like, get out of the car. She's like, no, I want to stay, I want to drive, just go to the hotel, I'll be back later. That's it. And Deepak told the girls, like, get her out, she's drunk. Why didn't you take your friend with you? But no, she didn't want it. That's what he said. And then they drove around. They dropped her at the Marriott. They went home.
How did Ron get home?
Yeah. They
What
said,
did he tell
walk.
Deepak?
He told he's going to walk.
How did he really get home?
That Deepak doesn't know.
Let's leap forward to the next day. Deepak and Joran arrive at the Vandersloot residence.
Yeah. And then everybody was there.
So what happens? What
I heard, they all had a big mouth attacking them. Where's my daughter? Of course, again, because the mother's getting, upset. And then they told that story about the Holiday Inn, that they dropped her at the Holiday Inn.
Why would they do that?
Deepak did it to cover him up, to cover Joran, just to help his friend, because they thought that we'll be back in an hour or something. The girls got lost a lot. But Joran was the last one with her alone. So Joran was like, okay, cover the story, and then Deepak told him, like, okay, I'm gonna do this for you for a few days, but if this thing is gonna get worse, I will have to tell the truth. Next day.
What's going on with the real story? That he just dropped her off?
Yeah. That's a stupid mistake that they made. Nobody knows if they raped him. There's no evidence for rape, murder, nothing. There's not even a body, so it's just, it's horrible.
What does Deepak think happened?
She just doesn't know. And I so believe him. He just doesn't know.
Well, that's interesting. Before we talk about that, I'm glad you're here. And I want to tell you before we start, just as I was saying before, as a parent, if I was in your position, I don't know how I would put one foot in front of the other. And I know that you're on a mission to get to the bottom of this and find out what's happened. And I want to tell you now, in front of the world, we are committed to helping you get this done, and whatever that means. If you need money, if you need help, if you need bodies on the ground down there asking questions, whatever it's going to take, we're going to help you get to the bottom of this, okay? And I am so sorry that you've had to go through this, and you need answers. How are you doing?
Well, when people like you get involved, Dr. Phil and Jamie Skeeters, and the incredible amount of people that have supported me with their prayers and thoughts, it's how I can get up and put one foot in front of the other every day and continue to search for answers.
Well, this is just not okay. And the way it's being handled, the way they're treating it down there, it's not okay. And there's a lot of different ways to bring up accountability. And we're going to deal with that. Jamie, thanks for being here, and thanks for all your hard work down there. What about this Angelina?
Angelina is an unwitting type of a witness. She appears to be a very honest woman, owns a business, the employer of Deepak, and a close friend of the family's. I mean, almost like a daughter. So she's very knowledgeable. I know she knows more than what she's telling me, but she did say some things, as you saw on the video. I'm still in contact with her. There's going to be more information coming out.
All right, up next, a witness who says he saw Natalee's body being buried. Is he telling the truth? We hooked him up to a polygraph and put him to the test. We're going to talk about what this means for the case when we come back.
What part of the body would you say? What part del corpo qua? E capello no va. What do you call it, a blonde? Brown. Okay, a light brown. Did you see face?
Should I go with the wild or the mild three-course menu?
Tidy whities?
Boxer briefs.
Wallet or man purse?
Wallet.
Brunettes or redheads?
Yes.
I'd go wild.
It's Friday's new Wild and Mild three-course menu, all for just $12.99. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Introducing new Herbal Essences Citrus Lift.
Need a lift, I can get you there. Need a lift, hey, go anywhere. Let it all hang loose, let it lift you high. Shake that body, let your spirits fly. Hey, baby, I'll give you a lift. Let it all hang loose, let it lift you high. Shake that body, let your spirits fly. Hey, baby,
Give your hair a lift. New Herbal Essences Citrus Lift.
I found a gown I really loved, and I loved the price.
David's Bridal announces the best sale of the year, the $99 gown sale.
It's beautiful, I love it. All the dresses here are great.
Gowns starting at $99, plus thousands more, $50 to $200 off. Come in now and pay no interest or payments for 6 months. Find the perfect gown at the $99 gown sale, now at David's Bridal.
I feel so beautiful.
Call now for your appointment. Sale ends September 26th.
To all you men who insist on dating women half your age, there's something you should know. We don't miss you. This is the new Pond's, an incredibly effective anti-aging line that'll give the 40s a whole new look.
Now through Tuesday, there's a great opportunity at Rooms To Go, especially if you want to spend less than $500 for the perfect piece of furniture. This is your chance to get armoires and accent chests, only $4.99. Sleeper sofas, dining sets, and accent pieces, $4.99. Furniture you won't believe could be $4.99, like this leather sofa, $4.99. Choose beds or dressers with mirror, $4.99. Dozens of selected top-selling items reduced to a shocking low, $4.99. The one low price through Tuesday at Rooms To Go.
It's Floors Today's Great American Floor Sale.
Now, through this weekend, step into a Floors Today superstore and save.
Up to 70% off hardwood floors.
Up to 70% off laminate floors.
Hundreds of styles to add the rich look of wood flooring to your home.
With up to 70% off, you'll never save more. Hardwood floors from 99 cents a square foot.
Laminate floors from 69 cents a square foot.
But these 70% savings are good now through this weekend at Floors Today, America's fastest growing wood and laminate floor store.
Acting on a tip, investigators on the island scoured a landfill earlier this week, but there was no trace of the teenager.
The disappearance of 18-year-old Natalee Holloway has been all over the news. We sent expert polygraph examiner Jamie Skeeters to the scene in Aruba. Jamie was able to get an exclusive interview with a witness who says he saw 3 boys bury Natalee's body in a dump. Rescuers searched the dump for 3 days to no avail. No body was found. Jamie gave this witness a polygraph. Was he telling the truth? Now, the tape you are about to see was shot on Jamie's computer cam. The only other person allowed in the room was the witness's translator, as he does not speak English.
This individual convinced investigators that he had witnessed Natalee being buried.
Okay, did you see an actual body or Did you see something wrapped up and it looked like a body? In black plastic? Yeah. What part of the body did you see? What do you call it, a blonde? Okay, a light brown. You said it looked like a coconut. Is it water? Like strings. Did you see her face? Like a cara? No, I'm going in the hair.
The polygraph measures the fear in an individual when he is challenged to a specific issue. If that individual is less than truthful, the heart, the lungs will react when the body gets into what we call a fight, flight, or freeze mode. If someone's lying, it'll make my polygraph look like you're cooking popcorn over the oven stove.
I don't want him to hold his breath. I want him to breathe just like he is always. I'm going to ask him those questions here.
We gave him a polygraph on the question,
Tocante sí o no.
are you lying when you said that you saw Natalee or any dead body being buried at the dump on that date?
What is that I'm not done? No.
We did the test 4 times with the same results all 4 times.
Okay, that's the end of the test, and he can move.
This particular testimony of this individual had a lot of red flags. We come to find out he's a cocaine addict, has been for 30 years.
What the polygraph shows is that you really did not see the body being buried on that day. It was a week later when he read in the paper, and then he remembered.
This individual is not just deceptive, he's extremely deceptive. He's lying. He's lying through his teeth.
Now, the polygraphs that Jamie administers take from 3 to 5 hours. They are extremely scientific. Now, Jamie's expertise has been used with the Department of Defense and state agencies. How did you feel when you found out he was lying?
Oh, it was huge, though, a relief to me to find out that he's lying, because I think of all the resources and energy that we were about to put into the dump, and some of the things that had already occurred from it. I mean, the people that had been in it, you know, were becoming ill. And so I looked at it as, you know, it was just huge information to uncover that he was lying, and that we were wasting all of this effort into this landfill.
Do you hold out hope against hope that Natalee will be found alive?
There have been so many things that have happened over this investigation. I don't even go there anymore. I just don't even try to even go whether she'll be alive or not, Dr. Phil. I think I'm just so wanting an answer. That's all I can think about, is I just have to know where she is.
Coming up, an exclusive interview with suspect Deepak Kalpo's mother. Now, find out why she begged us not to air her comments when she realized what she had said.
He started telling me that, Mom, that did you see in the newspaper, heard from the news or whatever, that the girl is missing? And I said, yes. Then she said, we give the girl a lift. Then I said, oh my God.
Closed captioning provided by
There's a reason we call it Merry Maids.
All new. He's the ultimate fashion insider.
Who do you think are the best style icons?
Now, Vogue magazine's Andre Leontali reveals a big secret of his own.
You were shocked.
Devastated.
Next, Oprah.
Today at 4 on CBS 4.
First at 5 on CBS 4 News. Ophelia's battering the Carolina coast. We're tracking its every move. Will the jury reach a verdict in the Melendi murder case? Brian Andrews is live in Georgia. Plus, a mysterious safe found along a local roadside and the search for the owner. First at 5 on CBS 4 News.
If you're eligible for Medicare, there's an exciting new idea in healthcare coverage you should know about, and it's called Humana Choice PPO. It delivers the benefits and coverage you may not have today, and yet still gives you the power to choose and visit any doctor or hospital you want, anytime, anywhere, with no referral, even when you travel. Now, this isn't a supplemental plan that only picks up where Medicare leaves off. No, Humana Choice PPO is full-scale health coverage that offers the same freedom of choice as supplemental plans, but with more benefits for a low monthly plan premium. You get coverage for unlimited generic prescription drugs, vision and hearing care, and free membership in the award-winning Silver Sneakers Fitness Program. To learn more, call for a free brochure at 1-866-836-7580. That's 1-866-836-7580.
CarMax.com has over 20,000 cars online.
So you can get actual prices, photos, and descriptions of over 200 used BMWs, over 4,000 SUVs, and over 3,000 used cars and trucks priced below $10,000.
So if you find one that you like, you can have it transferred from anywhere in the country to the CarMax store nearest you. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
Natalee Holloway was last seen on May 30th with 3 young men, Huron Vandersloot and 2 brothers, Deepak and Satish Kalpo. Now, Jamie and 2 other investigators, Harold Kopis and John Weeks, who were working for us, managed to get an exclusive interview with Deepak and Satish's mother, Nadira. Now, she requested that we not show her face, and after the interview, she contacted Jamie a number of times asking to get her release back, saying, please don't run this. Here it is.
I want to bring you up to the night that Natalee Holloway disappeared. What time did you get home that night?
12 after 12.
What time do you think they got in?
I assessed that it was not full in the morning. It's like before 3 or maybe 3 o'clock. How I know they were home, because I leave my room door always open when they step out. So when they come, they just close my door, and that's a sign that they're home.
Once Deepak and Satish got back, they had been arrested. They told you about not telling the truth about the Holiday Inn.
Come on, we all lie. We all lie. As big people, I know that I lie sometimes.
There's now pretty strong sexual assault charges being leveled against the boys.
No, they said that they even didn't touch her. I think that she had a hard feelings for them also because they were black.
What do you think happened to Natalee that night?
It's really a misery. Maybe she gone away, or she run away with somebody else, or she's still here, or she's kidnapped by another person.
If you could meet with Natalee's mom, what would you say to her?
At this moment, I don't want to meet with her. It's her daughter, but it's my 2 sons too, you know. They are all our kids. I will always say and keep saying that my kids are innocent. If she's dead, then we have to find a body. It's thousands of questions. But you know, all of us are waiting for a solution. And I am begging the Lord, let this girl come out alive.
What do you hear significant in that?
Something that surprises me is how she says they lie. We all lie. I can't imagine her just saying that on television. And then also she's destroying their alibi herself. She's saying that they were not home at 3 a.m.
I mean, the whole position that they've taken, and they've lied about this before. They've said, okay, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, that they were home, everything was done, they had dropped her back at the hotel and gone. Then later they said, well, no, that's not right. We dropped her with Yaron at the beach. Clearly, their own mother could not confirm their lies, and that's why she wanted this interview back. After the fact, she realized what she had done, correct?
That's correct. She's tried everything that she could do with advice on her attorney, Angelina, and others trying to get the tapes back.
When you hear that, does it infuriate you? I mean, what?
You know, they have put me through so much, the government and the authorities on that island, that it's hard for me to even react. I think they have hardened me so, and it's become different, and because you just have to, and even when things are glaring, they're not recognized.
Whatever happens here, this isn't your only child.
Correct.
You have to continue being a mom.
Yes.
And you probably heard me say a million times, you have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And right now, I mean, you're like the Terminator. You know, you're keeping that one foot in front of the other. But we got to take care of you too.
I know that I'm going to have to do that, but I just don't know who else would pick up the ball and keep going if I don't. So I feel like I've just now got to somehow balance with Matt and still Natalee. And so that's kind of like my next step, because I feel like I was so living in Aruba for 3 months that I realized that has not gotten me anywhere. And now I'm hoping that I can still be effective having a home base in the United States and still keep, you know, I'll still have to keep flying into Aruba over and over and over again. For how long? You know, I don't know.
Do you ever fear for your safety there?
Yes. Things have gotten, the last couple of weeks that I was there on the island, there's been some unusual situations with people that just seem to be stalking me. And one man in particular had scars on his face, and he would be, if I was at the laundromat, like to drop off my clothes, he would be there when I was there to pick them up. Or then if someone spotted me at a restaurant in Aruba, I looked up, a friend of mine was with me, that's here today, Sonny, and noticed him also following us. He was inside this restaurant. So I don't know why somebody would have the need to do that with me.
Of course, they may be interested if you're getting close to something, if you're talking to somebody, going to some location, following some pattern, that you're getting close, and they need to know that.
Tell the doctor, the phone call we got at the airport coming out here, they want her off the island, the administration. And I was there when she got the call from the...
What did they say?
They asked me when I was leaving Aruba for good. And I said, I will never, I said, I will not be living in Aruba, but I will never, never leave Aruba.
Now, by being home, that doesn't mean that you're letting up, that you're pulling the pressure back at all. But that's what I'm talking about. It may give you some semblance. I mean, you're with your son, and you're able to tend to some of those things. And you know, I want everybody in America to write the Aruban government. I want everybody saying, we are going to haunt you until you do what you need to do. And I mean, you know, they're a tourism industry. They have all of these things that are important to them. Maybe they need to feel the sting of the other side of this and understand they're not going to treat Americans that way when they come to that island, or they're just simply not going to come. So, I mean, okay. We have to take a break, but up next, an undercover interview with suspect Deepak Kalpo himself. An interview no one has been able to get until now. You're going to find out what he says he did with Natalee the night she disappeared.
New Rice-A-Roni Express, 90 seconds from pouch to plate. It's really good, really fast.
This morning my hair was straight. Then Brad called, so I decided to go curly. I used Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo. Thank you, Wash and Curl.
Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
You know what I learned? You've got to get your shopping done on closeout standard time once a week. What's your deal today?
Here's one, a 900 megahertz GE cordless phone, closeout price to just $12.98. Big Lots, what's your deal today?
Better than Botox? Strivectin, the stretch mark cream turned anti-wrinkle phenomenon. Strivectin, available at Bloomingdale's, Macy's, and Sephora.
Every day you go to extra lengths for baby's well-being. And Good Start Supreme DHA and ARA was created just for mothers like you. Our patented process starts with 100% whey protein, the highest quality protein. Then we take the extra step to break it down to be easy to digest. They're called comfort proteins, and only Nestle Good Start Supreme has them. It's the good start that'll last a lifetime.
This is CBS 4 News now.
Good afternoon, Rob Hanrahan in the CBS 4 newsroom. We're following a developing story for you right now. Police make an arrest in a string of those armed hotel holdups in South Florida. We'll have details. An all-out search for a suspect after a teenager is raped in a South Florida park. And the mayor of New Orleans says parts of the city are almost ready to reopen. We'll have details on that story and much more coming up on CBS 4 News at 5. We'll see you then.
An important part of managing women's wellness is taking care of yourself every day.
The U.S. Surgeon General and OSCAL agree it is time to get America bone healthy. Yet as many as 90% of American women don't get their recommended daily amount of calcium. OSCAL Calcium with vitamin D is an important step in taking charge of your health. For oral health care, Aquafresh is a complete toothpaste clinically proven to fight cavities, help remove plaque, and freshen breath. And Sensodyne toothpaste is the #1 dentist-recommended brand for sensitive teeth. Eat what you enjoy without sacrificing protection.
Sponsored by GlaxoSmithKline.
Watch the Gators take on Tennessee Saturday night at 8, only on 4.
Beth Twitty has been relentlessly trying to find out what happened to her 18-year-old daughter, Natalee Holloway, when she did not show up for a return flight home from her senior trip to the island of Aruba. 3 young men were last seen with her daughter. All are suspects in her disappearance. None of the suspects have ever talked to the media until now. One of the suspects, Deepak, met with Jamie in the lobby of his hotel. Here are excerpts of their conversation that have never been heard before. Now, I want to warn you, Beth, that there are some things that are going to be hard for you to hear, but I think it's important to hear what this person has to say, and then we're going to react to that because some of it's out there. Let's take a look.
You did it. Don't take a poly from me or anyone else because you won't pass. If you did not do it, you're foolish. And the question I'll ask you is, if you intentionally killed her, if it was an accident, I can help all of you. And if you guys were partying, even if somebody had given her a date drug, I'm sure she had sex with all of you. She did. You're surprised how simple it was. Well, let me ask you this, that for $25, you can pay a bartender to slip your date a date rape drug in her drink. Does that happen? I never drugged someone. No, I'm not saying you. I mean, have you heard that happen?
I haven't heard the bartenders drugging. I know there's a bill called ecstasy. I heard they slipping that into drinks. To tell you quite frankly, dressed like a slut, talked like one, would go in a car with 3 strange guys, and her mother claiming her to be the goody two-shoes. Enough with the BS already. The person that saw something in the morning hours.
That's the gardener. The gardener is the one that Stephanie saw you guys at 3 o'clock when statements were made. This guy remembers exactly the time it was because he couldn't speak that night. He identified every one of you in the lineup except for one of you. I don't know which one it was. You and your brother. But he didn't, and they said it's because the brother was laying in the back seat. And that's going to kill me. Sometimes your closest friends, if they're worried, and this thing is that big, they'll burn you.
I don't have any close friends anymore. They're all gone.
Really? Because of this?
Everything is empty. I knew in the body as I was telling a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let them start a trial and get this over with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
What's your reaction to hearing him say those things?
When I hear him speak of Natalee, I want to make it perfectly clear that Natalee is a virgin, and she had never had any of these sexual experiences. And when I hear Deepak stating, you know, how her mother's describing her as a goody two-shoes, I mean, Natalee's just a decent young lady who has just an impeccable record and just sets high standards, and it all makes sense when I hear Deepak and the bartenders. Yes, these bartenders, yes, they do slip this ecstasy into these young girls' shots. It's just unbelievable what they have been allowed to get away with.
I want to make an observation that I think is important here. Just the shrink in me listens to this, and I've studied this young man in news footage and seen how he conducts himself and what he does. Think what kind of unprincipled individual you would have to be, knowing that a young woman is missing, knowing that her mother is there looking for her, and then describe her in that way. No matter what you thought, to say, you know, she's dressed like that, she's acting like that, she's doing those things, to even say those things, knowing that you're talking about someone that may have met with foul play, knowing that family members are upset and worried about it, and then to go forward with those kind of comments tells you that you're dealing with somebody here that is without conscience, without the ability to appreciate the consequences of their actions. And the authorities know what we know. They know that there is this alleged pattern of drugging these girls and then taking advantage of them before they leave the island. So this is not some new revelation. But I want us to be very clear about this. Natalee's history up to this point, the manner in which she had lived her life, the kind of citizen she was in school, the kind of citizen she was in her community, the kind of citizen she was with her friends and socially and family-wise, is absolutely inconsistent with everything that was just said on that tape. There is not one shred of history or behavior to support the ridiculous things that were just said on that tape.
Absolutely not.
So let's be real damn clear about that. All right, up next, all 3 suspects were recently released from jail again. And now Yaron and his father have fled Aruba. So what does this mean for Natalee's case? Plus, Beth has some secret information that she has never revealed before. We're going to find out what that is next. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I needed to sell in a hurry. However, I was willing to take a little longer to save $20,000. I went with my owner, and as it turned out, I did save the $20,000 and still sold my house in a week. I wouldn't consider selling my house any other way. Thanks, buy owner.
Thanks, buy owner.
Boom, 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 boom. This Saturday. Did you hear about the caddy playing in the open? Catch a special sneak preview of the movie critics are calling one of the year's best films.
All I want is a chance.
Walt Disney Pictures presents The Greatest Game Ever Played, based on a true story. Rated PG. Special sneak.
Beth
All ages can have their daily routines limited by arthritis and osteoporosis.
From headaches to muscle aches, Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger on tough arthritis pain. Advil is the only liquid-filled capsule clinically proven to work fast, and it's gentle on your stomach, too. Women can also help maintain strong bones and reduce the risk of osteoporosis with calcium-rich Caltrate. In a clinical trial, Caltrate significantly reduced the risk of repeat vertebrae fractures in postmenopausal women.
Treat yourself right and take care of your health.
Sponsored by Wyeth, makers of Advil and Caltrate.
Hi, I'm Bob from FPL.
Hey, what do you live for?
My kids.
Is he a fisherman in the making? What does he live for?
Ice cream.
A good shot.
The ocean.
That one was mediocre. My family.
My mom.
Your mom? Hey, what do you live for?
My fiance will do it.
You better say that, especially on TV.
No matter what your reasons are for staying safe, you should always stay away from power lines. Be sure to look up when using ladders, antennas, or pruning saws. Safety is everyone's responsibility.
I live for my family now, for her and for the baby. That's exactly what we live.
More than 40 million viewers witnessed the stunning CSI season finale. Just when you thought it was over, it's just beginning.
I think maybe Walter Gordon had an accomplice. This is between you and me.
Brace yourself for the case.
Could be a Son of Sam thing.
That will bring the CSI team together again.
Thanks for coming back.
CSI, the new season premieres next Thursday, only on CBS.
When we decided to sell, I had a price in my head, and that's exactly what we got.
With Buy-Owner, everything was as advertised.
The Buy-Owner rep came over, and over coffee, we filled out the contract with the buyer.
That was very reassuring.
We saved nearly $20,000. Thanks, Buy-Owner.
Thanks, Buy-Owner.
If you would like to purchase a tape or transcript of your favorite Dr. Phil show, please log on to drphil.com or call 866-4-DR-PHIL. That's 866-437-7445. 866-437-7445.
Natalee Holloway has been missing for 3.5 months now. 3 young men that were last seen with Natalee have been arrested, released, rearrested, and now released again. Joran van der Sloot and his father have fled to the Netherlands. Now, what does this mean for Beth and her spirits and the case? And Beth has some information that she's never revealed before about these suspects. So what's the information that you have that has not been disclosed?
Well, when I hear them speaking of, they're trying to decide whether Natalee has been, raped or kidnapped, and I've had translated to me Joran van der Sloot's statements. And one of his statements that I found was huge, and this was the one that he gave. This is the one that he gave on June 13th at 8:30 in the morning. And he now states that this is the truth. Quote, this is Joran saying, now here's the truth. Now I want to tell you the truth. We drove Natalee to my home at 1:40 a.m. I want her to come in. I have sex with her. Next, and as remember, in all of his statements, she's coming in and out of consciousness. Okay. Next, he says that then he took her to the beach. He took her to the fisherman's hut. And then he calls Deepak at 3:30 a.m. to come pick him up from the fisherman's hut. Deepak comes, and Deepak says, don't F with the B, let's go. Every statement that he gives are, like I said, so sexually explicit and graphically detailed of what he does to her. It just is amazing to me that he can even admit to having sex with her, and that's not a crime.
Well, and he says she's in and out of consciousness.
Yes.
So, and he gives details about her undergarments and all, that he could not possibly know if he had not been with her in that fashion.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And that is in a documented statement from him.
Yes. Yes, they were translated for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But again, with that information, he's released.
Yes.
He's released, which it's just amazing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to me. Now, we also have an affidavit signed by 4 police officers, correct?
Yes.
And where is Ingmar? Is Ingmar here? Ingmar's a cameraman that's been really helpful in getting a lot of things done. Yeah, and you're an Aruban resident.
Right, I'm a Aruban resident.
You're one of the good guys.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so tell us about this particular document, which I have seen. I've seen the signatures. I can't read it, of course, because it's not translated, but tell us about that.
This is a statement where the police, the 4 policemen that were doing the investigation at the time, put on paper what Joran just told them, and where Joran was telling that he was with Natalee at the fisherman hut. They lay down on the beach together. On a certain moment, she fell asleep. Then he walks away, leaving her alone on the beach. And the next statement that he gave is that he can point to the policeman where is the place that Deepak buried the body. So he was like telling that he knows that Deepak did it. He says that he can point to the place exactly where Deepak Kalpu buried the body. So actually, and so this was signed by all 4 policemen.
And this is signed by 4 police officers.
And given to the prosecutor on the, for the justice system, and not given to the court.
Okay. So what is next for Beth? We're going to talk about what she's going to have to do to cope with this if it winds up with worst fears being confirmed or dealing with the unknown. We'll be right back.
DrPhil.com brought to you in part by...
When I hit the ball, the pain hits me.
Capsaicin Cream. Stronger relief each time you use it.
I can't feel the pain. I'm stunned.
Capsaicin. Relief beyond belief.
Travel consideration provided by...
Can an odor-free patch stand up to your back pain?
You benefit Aspercream.
New Aspercream patch. Maximum strength medicine that's odor-free. Body pain stopped.
Benefit Aspercream.
That's a flavor blaster. It makes us flavorific. We'll get eaten. So swim around it, okay?
Goldfish flavor blasted crackers. It's a wonder they're not extinct. Flavor blasted goldfish.
The snack that smiles back.
Goldfish.
Inside that digital camera is something familiar, a battery. And while you might think all batteries are the same, consider what happened here last winter when a heart stopped and his life depended on a Zoll defibrillator. And when Zoll chooses a battery, they trust Duracell. So whether it's saving a moment or saving a life, it just has to work. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Forget fine lines. It's deep wrinkles that make us look older. New Neutrogena Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Serum delivers 4 times the retinol to help fill in the look of even the deepest wrinkles. Don't let deep wrinkles tell your age. Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Serum. Neutrogena. What's happening to me?
You're dead! Critics are calling Just Like Heaven a surefire cure for the movie blues.
This is one of the most alive spirits I've ever been around.
A charming romantic fable for those who want to believe.
If you could ever really touch me, I might wake up from all this.
One of the best romantic comedies to come along in years.
Ask him if there's a spell.
Anything to get
my spirit
back into her body. Righteous.
Reese Witherspoon, Mark Ruffalo, and John Heder. Just Like Heaven. Rated PG-13. Starts tomorrow everywhere.
Imagine the possibilities. At Robin Stuckey, we believe that all great rooms begin with an inspiration. One wonderful piece of furniture, something special that sparks the imagination and makes you realize this is what it feels like to be home. Visit our extraordinary showroom. We promise you'll be inspired. Robin Stuckey.
Tomorrow on Dr. Phil. You're ashamed to be seen with your daughter.
I've never wanted ugly kids. I've always wanted pretty children.
Lady, children aren't jewelry. They're human beings.
Next, Dr. Phil.
rejected by her own mother.
She gets no birthday party or even a cake, and she's sleeping on the floor.
She's gonna be scum.
Plus,
my son Jay transformed his looks and went undercover. The results surprised even me.
Next, Dr. Phil.
That's tomorrow. It's a parent's worst nightmare when a child ends up missing. There is no way to prepare for it, no way to know how to cope when you're immersed in it. Finally, just instincts set in. Now, Beth knows this all too well because her 18-year-old daughter, Natalee, never came home from a senior trip to the island of Aruba. What is needed at this point, Jamie, you and Beth can both talk to this, is information. I mean, there has to be some accountability. Somebody needs to assimilate the information that can lead to answers from the people that have them and hold them accountable in that way. And it seems to me the ridiculous inconsistencies and everything, that has to be continued to be brought to light. And I think you got to have a dog in the fight. I mean, if you're just sitting there without any impact whatsoever on your behavior, it's easy to behave that way. I mean, it seems like there has to be consequences brought to bear on this Aruban nation, on their tourism industry, on their government officials, on every aspect of what's going on. I just cannot imagine that the American government or the American people, if they get a full understanding of what's going on down here, are going to sit by and let this happen to an American citizen. Somebody clearly victimized this young woman in some way. How bad, we don't know. We do know this: it does appear that she was altered state of consciousness. It does appear that people have had carnal knowledge of her, that given information that they couldn't have if they didn't. That alone is actionable, even without knowing the other. And they're not responding to that, and that can't be okay with Americans. And I can tell you, as one American to another, we need to say that. We need to say that's not okay. We need to tell these people we will never set foot on Aruban soil again until you stand up and do what you have to do for this young woman. You just have to understand that. And if that means writing the State Department, if it means writing the President, if it means writing the Aruban government, they just need to know there's 270 million people over here that are going to forget you people exist as a destination and see how that works for you. If you're not going to treat Americans with dignity and respect, then you're not going to treat them at all. Now, that's my attitude about it, and I think when you start getting in their pockets in that way, then they may just decide where their allegiances lie and do this thing straight up. And I think we need to bring pressure to bear, and on drphil.com, we're going to have every address that you need to just start raising all kinds of noise about this ridiculous treatment of this precious young woman. We'll be right back.
We got the lineup that just won't quit.
I'm eating my dinner.
How's it now, Chunky?
Let's chill and make a night of it.
Jerk! That was fun.
Lock that door.
My life stinks.
Cheer up, you're still a kid. It's gonna get much worse.
Is there a Dr. Barnes here?
Start your night with CBS. Make a night of it.
You gotta love this place. Ashley Furniture Home Store, the fastest growing furniture retailer in America, is now open in 4 great locations. Yo, we're gonna love this place. Now you'll be able to purchase the #1 selling home furniture brand in America at true Ashley Direct prices. Plus, during our grand opening, you'll enjoy no interest until 2007 and next day delivery. This is one grand opening you can't afford to miss. Ashley Furniture Home Store. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You're gonna love this place.
Getting high cholesterol down is important. For some people, it's even more important. You've been to the doctor, good. You've changed your diet and are getting exercise. Excellent. You've tried just about everything. Now medical information comes along that says you may need to get that bad cholesterol even lower. Now what do? Well, if your doctor says aim lower, ask about Crestor. Crestor, along with diet, can lower bad cholesterol by up to 52%. That's about half. Is Crestor right for you? Discuss it with your doctor. Crestor is not for everyone, including people with liver disease. And women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor about other medications you're taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as that may be a sign of serious side effects. Do you still need to get your cholesterol lower? Aim lower with Crestor.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. All my life, I've had people I could count on to help me be my best. My coaches, my teammates, and now my friends at the Vitamin Shop.
This week only, it's the Vitamin Shop Super Savings Anniversary Sale. Take an extra 40 to 50% off our already super low value prices on many top sellers. Thousands of items from over 400 name brands in health, diet, beauty, and fitness.
Join the Health Kick America at the Vitamin Shop, America's health superstore.
If you want to be a part of Dr. Phil's live studio audience, call us at 323-461-PHIL or email us at drphil.com.
I love the show. Eye-opening experience.
He's awesome.
That's 323-461-PHIL or email us at drphil.com.
There's Hootie. Who's our special guest today?
It's Hootie.
Hootie Hoo Holloway.
Hi, friend.
Look, if you do have any information on the disappearance of Natalee Holloway, please call 1-877-NATALEE. I know that you watch in Aruba. I know you're watching this show. Please, please, if you know something, protection can be arranged. Things can be done to protect your anonymity. Now, you're also going to find some links to resources for finding other missing persons at drphil.com. I want to thank everybody for being here today, especially Beth. I want you to know that everybody that's watching this show, we've got to put these good people on our prayer list. I mean, everybody just has to make that commitment to do that. And Eduardo, I appreciate you and Ingmar coming all this way. We wouldn't be as far as things are without you guys helping, and Art, you're relentless, and we'll just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Thanks for being here. So long.
Hi, I'm Jason Taylor, and there's nothing better than a glass of cool, refreshing MacArthur Dairy milk. Sure, it's wholesome, and take a tip from me, it just does not come any fresher. Unless... MacArthur Dairy. If you want milk any fresher, you have to get it yourself.
It's Bear's grand reopening sale. After a year of hurricane repairs, our North Palm Beach showroom is back. And every Bears showroom is celebrating with up to 50% savings store-wide. Enter to win a $25,000 Bears home makeover. Plus, enjoy complimentary champagne. No interest 1 year, 24-hour delivery. Don't miss this chance to save and win at Bears Grand Reopening Sale. Always beyond the ordinary.
Employee pricing. Finally, employee pricing at Fairbanks Chrysler Jeep Dodge Sawgrass. But only Fairbanks guarantees you $10,000 minimum for any trade-in. Exclusive of that, this week only. Get employee pricing on every Dodge Magnum, Durango, every all-new Dodge Caravan and truck, every all-new Chrysler 300 and Dodge Charger, only at Fairbanks. But the $10,000 minimum trade guarantee is this week only at Fairbanks Chrysler Jeep Dodge Sawgrass.
A major plan to bring New Orleans back. What's being done at 5.